I looked at so many different videos for this Zi10 camera. This is not being recorded from the Zi10 camera, but this is recorded from my Logitech webcam. The reason why I'm doing this first and then I'll do the Zi10 recording is particularly because I wanted to show the USB arm that's on this thing. Now I have the Flip HD 3rd generation webcam, and you know, it has a button, boom, that thing pops out. It's just such a sturdy little operation. I was really surprised at how flimsy this thing was on the Kodak Zi10, among other things that surprised me. But so, like I said, I'm doing this webcam video. Let me take it off the tripod because I have it screwed onto the tripod. And you gotta pick out the little flimsy little thing here. Oh, well, I don't know how good this is gonna come out. Okay, there we go. And it's a flimsy little thing attached to a flimsy little attachment, which is common for, I have a Kodak regular camera, photo camera, has the same kind of cheapo thing here. Now here, let's put this thing up as close to the webcam as we can. Here is your USB arm, which you have to disengage by, everything is backwards, so that's look like okay. You got to press this thing in just to disengage the arm. Oh, that time it came out. 50 times I've done it and the damn thing didn't come out. Okay. And there is the arm attached to a little thing here that I tell you honestly, I don't even know how long the thing is going to last, but I was very disappointed in that. But apparently, it's just kind of funny how this time it came out. And then you put it back in, and then we'll try to get it out again. I'm just trying to I had a heck of a time before. Oh my God, and there it comes out again. What's the trick? Hold on a second. Learning moment. Okay. Okay, I just learned something. Still don't like it though, but okay, it is much easier to take out than I thought it was. Okay, one more time. Let's see. And there it is again. Will you go figure? Okay. So then, what I did before, I used the same exact light that I used to record from my webcam, which is, like I said, what I'm recording from now. Yeah, I think it's the C310 by Logitech, which that I'm very happy with. And the picture was like, I couldn't believe how bad the picture was on the Zi10. It wasn't any better than my regular camera that records videos also in low light, compared to the Flip HD, which unfortunately Cisco took over the company and then they stopped making them. So I don't know if there's any Flips out there for sale except you know, on eBay or whatever. But compared to the Flip HD, visually, no contest. The Flip wins, in my opinion. The other thing, crazy sound issues on this thing. Now the Flip had problems also, sound issues, but that was basically dealing with YouTube. For some reason, YouTube didn't play nice with the audio that was recorded on the Flip cameras about a year or two ago when I first got it. But I think that's changed. But what happened with the Flip was that there was no volume control, which the Zi10 has, which is great. But you know, we'll get back to that later. So everything overloaded with the Flip camcorder. And you know, I'm particularly a musician. I record music mostly, and so and not being able to control the sound, no matter how you control it after the fact in your editing software, you bring the sound down, but the distortion's still there no matter how low you reduce the sound in the audio software, audio video software. So yes, and this thing has, of course, one of its great claims to fame is that it has a external mic plug-in. You absolutely have to get an external mic, and they have a lot of them out there. I got one for $5, which improved the sound on a camera that lists for like $179. You get a $5 mic that sounds better than the onboard mic. Would you believe it? But yes, it's almost like it's not an optional thing that this thing has a plug-in mic, because it absolutely needs it. It has a whining sound in the background. You know what it sounds like? I remember, I remember in elementary school when you used to have audio video, and you used to hear the sound of the projector in the room as they were showing you health films or whatever. That's what it reminded me of back in the 50s, with those the sounds of the projectors that you used to hear in AV class. And so, you definitely have to. And I don't know why. And it was just after I got the camera that I realized that there were some videos on YouTube that had that sound in it. And some of the Zi8, which was an earlier model, had that whining projector-like sound in the background of the audio. But most of the videos that I watched before I got the camera were all, this is one thing that's really pissing me off, is that a lot of the reviews on YouTube are not reviews. They're actually selling the item. Either they're merchants, although I always look to make sure they're not merchants, and there's a link there, buy it here in my store. But even the reviewers where you think, well, these are just my peeps, my fellow YouTubers, who are just giving you an honest review. A lot of those reviews are they're selling it. Although I later found out that some of those people get issued these things to review them by the company, and they get them for free. So I don't know who's doing that and who's really, really reviewing anymore, because you can't really tell. So, okay, so I guess the next thing is going to be, what you're going to see is me recording with the Zi10 with the exact same lighting that I'm recording with the webcam, and then that'll be the next video. Okay, so here I am, almost in the exact same position that the webcam was positioned in. It even has the backlight of my monitor fueling it with all the lighting on. I have, a 60 watt equivalent up there and a 40 watt equivalent down here, lighting. And so here it is. And that's another thing they spoke about, is the low light. Also, I'm not using an external mic, so perhaps you're going to hear that sound also. I hope it does come through on YouTube, because I don't know how other people are recording with the onboard mic and not getting that sound. And so this is the quality. I get the same quality from my photo camera that also records video. So I was very disappointed in this in comparison to the soft tone that you get from the flip camcorder. Which I'm not doing that comparison now, because I guess I was just so aggravated at how misrepresented this cam is, as far as making any comparison with the quality, the video quality of the Flip HD third generation, which is what I had have. It has a lot of nice features where you can edit video on board, so you could cut off the top, so that when you're positioning the camera and then you're sitting there and whatever, you want to maybe cut off the first part of the video, cut off the end when you go to walk to shut the camera off. Okay, that's an excellent thing. And the size of it's so thin, you can just pop it in your purse. I haven't really recorded in the daylight, bringing it outside, but that's not what I got it for. I got it specifically because many of the views said that it recorded very well in low light, and I wanted to upgrade to my webcam. It turns out my webcam towers, and I don't even have my webcam on HD, because my webcam also records in HD, but the file size is so large, and as far as I'm concerned, it's not really necessary. Okay, I'm doing a lot of yammering about the Flip HD 3rd generation, so I figured it would only be fair to do a little piece with it. And as you can hear, the audio, wide stereo, amazing mics, but a little overloading, especially when you're singing or if you get excited if you're doing a talking video and you talk loudly. And you could see the beautiful soft tones. Oh, and the Kodak was recording at 30 frames per second. It also can record at 60 frames per second. I didn't really notice much difference, and except in the file size was huge. So that's what that one was, and that's what this is also. This is the lower end Flip HD 3rd generation. It's the 4 gigabyte, which only records at 30 frames per second. I think the 8 gigabyte recorded, you had the option to go up to 60. But I'm sure, because right now I'm monitoring it through my webcam. I just came up with that idea. Now it's great. This way, you know, if you're doing a one-person recording, you don't have to go behind the camera. Make sure that you're getting your full-face view. You know, you could see, I'm sure, the softness of the HD that you get, and of course the light that it lets in. Once again, under the same circumstances that I recorded using the Zi10 and the Logitech webcam. So yeah, I of course, you know, not very happy with the Zi10, and particularly not happy, like I said, with YouTube reviewers who are not really honestly reviewing these items for us, you know, for their fellow man as a humanitarian service, you know, but they're actually in some way selling the item. Okay, so till next time.